let's put something up on screen they haven't seen before. Everything has changed. How we deal in business and in media, and I think the entry to all of that was video games. Certainly the people who I think at Mattel were the strongest ones saw what other people were doing and said, I can beat that a little bit, I can make that a little bit better. The people just looked at it as a day job type of thing, didn't do too well.
Introducing Intellivision, the new home video system from Mattel Electronics. 2 components, each sold separately. Start with the master component, available now for super games like NFL football.
To pass.
Go for it, Dad.
Caught it.
And for learning fun from the electric company.
Now this one's a little tougher. I got it.
There is an entire library of Intellivision programs designed to grow right along with your family's interests. Discover Intellivision. It can change your family's life.
You know, so much of our world today is with, you know, ATMs and you're going to order stuff online. And all of this ordering online really started with video games. The learning how to look at a game and seeing everything on there and oh, I need to click that to make something happen. That's you know, now translated over to how we buy something. The strength there is, there was a point when people started to say, hey, why don't we just have game development at home? People can develop the games at home and then bring them in. Why do we need an office? But I think one of the strengths that we had at Mattel was because you had people in offices, people could compare and compete against each other. It was a friendly competition mainly. You know, there was a guy, Mark Urbanek, was in the cubicle across from my cubicle. He developed the game Vectron for Intellivision while I was doing Tron Solar Sailer. And he would do something, some new effect, and I would go, I can do an effect like that. And I would do something, try to beat him, and he would look at mine the next morning and go, ooh, you stayed late and you did that. I think that kind of a little competition between people, and everybody's playing each other's games. I think that really one of the strongest things in game development, which is left out a lot, is the game testing. Just not for the bugs, but for just as it's fun.
Well, we are here in the Intellivision living room. This is where I hang out, and this is the Intellivision console, and this is where I started in video games back in 1981. So it was the rival to the Atari 2600.
So what makes it better?
This is a 16-bit machine with better graphics, better sound, better games all the way around.
Keith, thank you so much for showing me around the museum. It was so much fun.
My pleasure.
Now you gotta teach me how to play this Intellivision.
Grab that control.
Let's do it.
The games from Mattel that became the most fun, Burger Time, for example, were games that had a very long period of time for people to play them, just try them out. Ray Kestner finished that game. He had, I think he was scheduled like 4 months of development. But that would have hit during his honeymoon, so he worked very hard and in 2 months finished it. And then the other 2 months before he went on his honeymoon, he just watched people play it. And he would fine tune it. Oh, people want to do this, so if I make it, they'll just be able to get by if I turn this down or something like that, or this. And that's a part that I don't think enough people talk about, is that how much time do people have to make it fun? You know, I can say all this scientific stuff about, oh yes indeed, and this was the first, this was the web and all that, but the thing is, it's fun. And if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing whatever you're doing.